Oh, nearly there. Watch out for the chair. Episode 10. Getting there, lads, and that means by the time you see this, we would be getting just over a month to go before the start of the NFL season. So my penis area would be getting erect just about now. On to Harrow. Finished 10th last year. Has been a consistent challenger in the last few years. He's come into the league. The draft grade I give to him is a C+. Look, he didn't have too many picks in terms to work with. However, you know, the ones that he did use, I think there was some nice upside picks there. You know, there was Mechie, Haskins, and Otten. I don't think there's too much in terms of a 2022 impact though. So that did bring my draft grade down a little bit, considering that Harrow's at the stage where he really needs to be going for the ship and not thinking too much long term. The best IDP pick, I think, was that Jamin Davis, linebacker, who looks like he'll get up a whole bunch of tackles this year. Someone that I feel I should have probably drafted instead of my Broncos linebacker. The worst IDP pick will go down in the history of Sleeper was the 32-year-old defensive back with no team, whose best season over his decorated career was a 23 tackle season. The thing with Harrow, you know, look, there's a lot of good players on his team. There's players that are sort of getting to that age where do they start to drop off? You know, if you sell now, you get some value. Do you miss out on some value? Do you wait until they start going down, but then people aren't going to give you as much in a trade? It's a hard one. And knowing, you know, that cliff for some players is different to others. There is no 2023 first or second for Harrow currently either. And we know how good that draft class is going to be. Look, I feel like, yeah, the cliff is nearing for Harrow. You know, you do have Javonte and Mac Jones as some younger players that are going to be in there. You know, you've obviously got DJ Moore. There is a collection of others that are sort of getting to that stage where, you know, they might be replacing their team, and then you start looking at struggling a little bit. 2022 prediction, I think still going to be a playoff challenger. And look, as we all know, if you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. Just ask, you know, Jason when he made it and won it. So can always happen there. I mean, I believe Frothy almost went to sell some of his players early on in the season when he wasn't going too well, held on, and he ended up winning it as well. Alrighty, so looking at the team, you know, Cousins, Cook, Williams, Woods, Moore, all good players. Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Derek Carr, they're all fine, all good there. Some good IDP picks. I mean, good linebacker core there. I mean, look at those for the starting linebackers. Nice little one of Jones and Allen there in the defensive line as well. Some good defensive backs. So I think there'll be plenty of points. You know, and have an older player like Hicks, who's definitely going to be playing starting this year. He'll rack up heaps of points for Minnesota as well. So I think there was a few sneaky veterans picked there that will get you a few points. But we know the value of Ingram, Carson, Beckham, Ridley and Hopkins right now is pretty low. There is some decent IDP players on the bench there as well. All right, lads, laters.